So Taboola operates in a marketing called content marketing. Essentially what it means is that entities such as publishers or retail companies, as well as agencies and brands, are producing content, sending that content out into the fields and bringing users back into whatever they're trying to sell, eventually to buy a product. So historically, up until now, Taboola was helping publishers and retail companies to distribute content and get users to buy something. And now we start working with brands, which we'll tell more late in Q4 and next year, to achieve the same goal. So brands now think about a company like a shoe company, right? So historically, they would produce a banner, and they would send that banner out with the hope of someone of buying that shoe. Today, what they can do, they can come to companies like Taboola, and they can write articles or produce videos that talk about the value of that shoe, and people might be interested enough to eventually buy the shoe. So that's the life cycle we now have with brands, where they produce content to seed into our high quality network of publishers to then get users that eventually would buy something. We see everything. We see companies produce articles with a button that says buy that or download the app or some sort of an action. We see publishers that just produce articles, galleries, videos, and give us a huge RSS feed and just say, get us awesome users that want to be here and spend a long time on our site. And we see brands that just have a YouTube channel and they want to build their YouTube community around their brand. So we really see now a mix of everything. Taboola supports, as long as it's content and it's something that it makes sense to our network of publishers, that the B2B would be okay with us surfacing that on your site, it's something that we can work with. I think one of the challenges all of us face as an industry is that traditionally we're used to buy banners. We're used to spend money on display advertising. Because people don't really have a good time clicking on banners, historically we used to buy it based on demographics. Where might my users be? And let's show banners and hope that if they're there, if you build it, they will come. That was historically how it used to work. And with content marketing, it's different. You don't have to push something, a message to a user that might click on it. You can, what we call sort of look for an intent-based targeting, right? It's almost like Google search, which is very clear and crisp targeting because someone is searching for something specific. We're looking for that intent. You give us, when publishers or agencies provide content to Taboola, we're sitting that across the web. We recommend 1 billion times a day, and we're trying to see what type of audience profiles are engaging with your content. So if you produce high quality tech content, it might not be suitable for entertainment vertical, but it would be amazing on VentureBeat, right? So Taboola has a technology that can study the way people behave across our network of sites and build profiles automatically of users that will be interested in your content. And we track the users all across the food chain, from the click to the post-click, how much time they spent on the site, did they buy something, and that food chain sort of monitoring allows us to sort of optimize the exact audience that have an intent to do something with your content. One more note, I think the reason it's exciting, imagine you want to sell a shoe, right? So historically you would target potential shoe buyers. Now when you just produce content around shoes, you might find that my mother want to buy a shoe for me, and then you used to just target me. Now my mother might read an article that you wrote, and she might buy the shoe for me. So you could find audiences you never knew existed, and that's why it's exciting, because it's not about predefining your audience, it's about finding who that is. Yeah, we launched 2 or 3 months ago. So Taboola is already multi-platform and globally initiated. So we're working with publishers anywhere from Forbes and Time.com to an Independent and BBC in Europe. So that's in terms of global reach. And you can also see us on multi-platform. If you go from your iPhone to Time.com, you'll see Taboola operating in a really cool auto-render widget. So it's already trying to see where you're coming from and make the experience suitable to where you're from. And we just launched 2 or 3 months ago an API so that you can take Taboola even further to your Xbox and connected TV and tablet apps, perhaps, that it's a little more complicated environment. So we're trying to make it orthodox versus agnostic, trying to build the Taboola experience to be as tight as possible to what you as a content owner is trying to create for your own audience. And you're going to see more and more of that coming up.